I'm waiting for everything to sync up on my end. It's still a little glitchy on my end as far as letting me know. What's going on with that? There it goes. Alright. Alright. Welcome to the stream. I was trying to make sure everything was synced up before I started talking away. I hope that everyone's doing okay today. Today I'm just going to be doing some updates and like working on making sure we have the right villagers that we need and things like that. Yeah, I'll be working on making sure we have the right villagers and all that going on, and then doing some trades with those. And today is just mental health for everyone, so you're welcome to vent about anything, or chat about anything, or get stuff off your mind, or ask for advice, any of that. Just here to be a nice, comfortable little stream to update everyone about things going on and be here for people. So, we have to make some more yellow beds, I think, to fill in some more of the village. And we also have to make quite a few different job stations to fill in some more of the village. So, let's get to work on that. Let's make this. Nixie, don't chew that. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Let's dye these. One more dye. We'll do just these for now. It's about, what, 7, I think? My weekend was pretty boring. I almost did stream during the weekend, but I ended up deciding against it because of the fact that, I didn't really want to, like, stream when I was having the time to, because the time that I had was when I was, alone at home, and I was kind of bored, and I was like, maybe I should stream, and then I ended up deciding not to, because I ended up going to my dad's for a while, and also reading for most of the day. I'm going to look up what job blocks I need. Hey Erics, how are you? I'm gonna look up what job blocks I need for villagers. So I'm gonna need another blast furnace, I think, to be able to get different armor pieces. I have a smoker. I need the cartography table, which I don't remember how to make. 2 paper and wood. I think I should have enough for that. If not, I can just grab it. That's understandable. I'm sorry that you're feeling that way. I'm about the same, but things will get better in time. Nixie, stop chewing on that. You have toys to chew on, bugga. Okay, so now we have a cartography table. We have a brewing stand, we have a couple composters, we have a barrel, we need a fletching table. I always forget that I need that. Which I think I need to destroy some gravel to get flint. Yeah, she's chewing on things she's not supposed to at the moment. Not anything that'll put her in danger, just things that are an irritation for her to be chewing on. But yeah, this weekend Nixie and I went to my dad's because I was home alone for like 80% of the weekend. And it was really nice out and I just wanted to get outside. So we went to my dad's so she could run around. It was not the best car ride, but it was one of the better car rides that her and I have had on our own because she's not good with car rides with just me. And then I finished like 2 entire books out of the series that I've been reading because I got obsessed with the series. And then that was about it. And today is cleaning day later, and I need a shower, and Nixie probably needs a bath, even though I keep putting off giving her a bath, because she's a pain in my butt over that. It was alright. I'm pretty used to being around my dad, so it's kind of a lot better than it used to be, but I didn't really want to go specifically to my dad's. I just didn't have anywhere else I could bring her where she could be off-leash, because I vastly prefer having her off-leash, but I'm not going to put her off-leash in situations where there's other people or other dogs, just because that's not a good thing out of courtesy, and it's just too much of a risk to take, regardless of how trained a dog is. I don't think you should have your dog off-leash if you're around other people or other dogs, because unless you completely very much so know those other people or other dogs, because there's always risks regarding the other dogs, regarding your dog, too much things that worry about. So she ran around after a tennis ball for a while at my dad's, and then she ran around with the other dogs at my dad's for a while, and she had a pretty good time. She was pretty tired. She actually slept for the entire ride home for once, which she doesn't usually do when it's just me, since she's too anxious. And then, yeah, that was about it. Today will be cleaning day for getting her a bath, getting me a shower, cleaning the apartment, all that. And then I don't know what else, really. I need to make all the things for the villagers. Nixie, get up here, please. Stop chewing that. That's the cat's thing. You can't sit there and chew the cat freaking tower. I can't think of the words. My brain's fizzing out a bit. It's been an odd adjustment being on meds, so sometimes my brain will fizz out a little more than normal lately. Takes me a little longer to think of responses or keep my brain running properly, but that's okay. To be expected, given that there's a lot going on. Okay, I need to... Hey! Stop it, Nixie. So I do need a smithing table. And I need a grindstone, which I don't remember how to make. Stone slab, sticks, wood. And I need a stone cutter. Regular stone. I don't think I have any regular stone. Yeah, it's just a little bit different. It's not as bad. I finally actually started feeling tired, so that's nice. The first, hasn't been a full week, but the first bit of being on these meds, I was literally not tired whatsoever at all. I was up until like 4 a.m. both weekend days and things like that. It was ridiculous. It was really exhausting to be up that much. Granted, I used to stay up that much by choice, but to be stuck awake that much without any real choice in the matter was a little irritating. I don't know if it's smooth stone that I need or regular stone. So, it's getting a little better. Everything will be eventually balanced out, I imagine. I need a loom, which I think is made with string, if I remember right. Where's the loom? I don't know. Thank you, dear. I think I have the ingredients for this grindstone. Or I should. Or does it take regular stone slabs? It's all confusing. What do I need? Why won't it tell me what I need? I guess it's regular stone slabs, whatever. confusing. Is it gonna tell me that I can make it now? Why is it still telling me I can't make it? Oh no, it is. Where? There it is. I'm excellent at seeing things. This is too many job blocks at once. We have a lot of villagers. I actually came on to show my partner what I had done on the world, and there was even more villagers in the village, if that's even a possible statement to make. So we have a lot of villagers around. The last thing we need is a lectern, which I don't think I'm going to work on right now because, well, I guess I could. I was going to say because I have to cycle through them quite a bit to get the right lectern trades that I want, which would be a little annoying. But I guess I could make one and make sure that we get it going. I don't know how to make the lectern. I think it involves slabs. Nixie, come here. I think it involves slabs. Yeah, it involves slabs and a bookshelf. I don't have enough paper right here, but I can make enough. Yep. Slabs and a bookshelf. So I'll have to get some sugarcane over here. You were correct. Alright. Bookcase, bookshelf, same thing. I don't really bother differentiating. Bookshelf. It's the thing of like different dialects using different terms for things. Alright, so we have a bunch of job blocks. We have a ton of emeralds in one of these chests somewhere. So let's leave the emeralds and let's kind of get the extra beds and the job blocks in so that we can figure out what we'll need for trading with all these guys. Because I don't know what we'll need to start their leveling. Let's find where to, there's so many baby villagers. Yeah, that's understandable. I don't really know how to use English words half the time, and it is my first language, so can't judge you on that one. Do a bed here, and I'll do a second bed in this one, even though there isn't originally a second bed, just to have more beds in the spaces. Since that one isn't gonna have any beds in it, I don't think, because of the way that it's constructed. So, yeah, there's lots of beds. I need to have lots of villagers, so I'm just kind of placing beds wherever I can squeeze them in. I definitely need more, housing already, but that's okay. I'm just gonna put a wooden plank here because I don't want to put a job block there so that I don't have a villager hovering around in here. But we put all that we could in here. They're all just gonna be crammed into like the same 3 houses. Dude, the gate's open. Yeah, Lulu's in the background somewhere. She's in heat, so she's obnoxiously loud and always making a noise. And she's wandering around, getting in the dog's face and making the dog try to bite her. Because she likes to be very lovey when she's in heat, and the dog's like, oh, toy. So yeah, it's fantastic. Nixie, get over here. Yeah, I still like her. She's just really annoying at times. But that's kind of with the job description of having a pet. We're gonna leave the cauldron here. We're gonna put the cartography table down. We're gonna put a broom stand in the corner here. Nixie. Hopefully people will start taking up jobs. I'm gonna put a blast furnace up here. Gonna put smithing table here. Trying to find places to put them where they're not like in my way and I'll know generally where all the traders are. Sort of thing. I could probably put another bed here, honestly. But instead I'll put a job. I think we'll leave the fletching tables out in the open. Just because we can. Nixie, leave her alone. Hey, come here now. You cannot go after the cat. You're going to hurt her. You are literally 10 times her weight. Come here. She's not a toy. She is a creature. Come here. Nixie got the scare of a lifetime over the weekend for herself, though, because she was at my dad's and she finally met the cat that's at my dad's that she hasn't met yet, or at least hasn't met since she was a tiny puppy. And she doesn't remember her, so she had, like, a freak out and was barking at her like crazy and didn't know what to do with herself because she didn't know what the other cat was. That's our original farmer. We have another farmer over here. Ooh, potato trades. We have quite a few potatoes. That's good. We have the fisherman. We have a Fletcher. That's good. We need the stick trades. Alright, so we can get sticks. Yeah, she did not like that situation. The continuation of that is that she barked at the cat so much, and the cat does not actually take crap from dogs because she's been around for like 6 years in that house through quite a few dogs, including a Great Dane. And she does not like dogs and does not like dealing with dogs. She'll mostly avoid them. She also gets pretty stressed because the other dogs there right now will like bark at her and get in her face because they don't know what to do. And they're trying to like get her to play or whatever for the most part. Like, they're not aggressive towards her, they're just trying to get her to play, and so because they're doing that, they're super vocal. And she's a very grumpy cat even towards humans, so she like sits there and growls in the back of her throat and like paws at things and everything, and she doesn't really like to be pet or held or things like that. And because of all of those factors combined, that means that Nixie got in her face a little too much, and she got a big old claw right to the face, which scared her even more, and then made her bark even more because she was mad. So yeah, she didn't have a good time with that situation, but it's to be expected, and I did warn her, so we were trying to calm her down. We weren't letting her just like completely bark and go nuts, but she wouldn't calm down that much, and she just kept barking and barking, and then the cat was like, yeah, I'm done with you barking in my face, and yeah, that's what happened. With that dog, I'm kind of just a you learn by experiencing it type of situation, so I'm like, yeah, you want to keep barking, you'll find out what happens, like, yeah, literally, like, if it isn't the consequences of their actions, whoop-de-doo. I forgot to get sticks. Please tell me I didn't break that. I didn't. Level them up with a bunch of potatoes. I don't have enough pumpkins to trade pumpkins with it, but I probably wouldn't anyways, because this one trades for less. Because this one's the one we originally cured, so there's cheaper trades. But yeah, she barked at the cat for quite a while, and it didn't go over that great, but she's fine, but the cat was not very happy. The cat gets really mad, like, when there's more creatures. I'm pretty sure she's probably like, every time I turn around, there's another damn creature in this house, and I don't know what's going on. But yeah, she has a habit of barking quite often. She's one of the dogs that definitely like physically needs to bark. Like, she needs to get that release, which doesn't help with trying to teach her to be quiet. So I'm trying to transition to teaching her to be quiet and then giving her some sort of time where she's allowed to bark, but it's hard given that we do live in an apartment, so like there isn't really a time where she's allowed to bark. But basically I'm thinking I probably have to just give her a time where she's allowed to bark and a time where, and then the times that she's not, so that she can still get that release, so that she doesn't just suddenly start barking. Because she'll do really good with not barking for most of the day, and then she just, one thing will trigger her and she'll go nuts because she just needs to let that bark out. So it will happen at some point. So, which, I mean, the trainer that we had did explain, like, hey, barking is, the reason for that is that barking is just about as rewarding, if not more rewarding for some dogs as, like, treats, because it's exciting and it's an adrenaline rush and that sort of thing. So, in a way, a lot of dogs see that as, like, more value than having a treat or doing training or things like that, so. Which Nixie does like treats better than she likes barking, which is how we can keep her quiet. But when those treats aren't in the picture, she barks just about immediately because, well, yeah. But she is a German Shepherd mix. It's kind of to be expected that she's pretty easily startled by new things and that she's so protective like that, but it's a little annoying when you live in an apartment complex and you're supposed to keep your dog quiet and that sort of thing. And also a little annoying when it happens directly in your ear when you're in the car driving, so. Yeah. Nixie, come here, please. Stop going after the cat. Nix. Here. Hey. Right here. Couch. Don't just give me that look and walk away. Nixie. I swear to God, this dog sometimes. Nixie, couch. Oh my lord, I'm going to have to get up and move her. Nixie, couch. Now. Thank you. Lay down. I shouldn't have to talk to you sternly for you to listen. You know what? Just to give her a bit of a calm down so she transitions better, I'm going to give her one of her chew things that I have. Actually, I can't do that because I only have one left, and I use that for keeping her calm for when I shower and when I need to be upstairs. So, here, chew on your chew toy. Come here. Come here, Nix. I got your chewy. Come here. Good girl. Oh, the joys of having a puppy. Ironically enough, I wasn't the one that wanted the puppy, but here we are. I love her, though. I'm not complaining. I just get very exhausted sometimes from her antics because, well, puppies are similar to children. They're a bit overwhelming. So. It's kind of ironic that I was the one that didn't want the puppy. Like, obviously I love dogs and I loved her when she was a puppy, but like, I was like, we're just gonna have time with them, with the puppies, and then we're gonna like move on. That's all that's gonna happen. We don't need to be bringing one home. They keep getting stuck here. We don't need to like bring one home because we're in an apartment where we're not supposed to have dogs and it's not that great, you know? And then he's like, I want a puppy. She looks just like my old dog. And I was like, well, guess we're getting a puppy because you're obsessed. So we're gonna buy some arrows actually for our bow, just because it is helpful to have arrows and it helps level him a little more. Alright, there are so many baby villagers, but are there enough adult villagers? Oh, there's another Fletcher. Cool. Alright. Ooh, kitty. I really want to do the cat tame. They're still making babies. Holy heck. Oh, that's actually a different villager. That's the leather worker that I was gonna trade with. I need to get leather to trade with him. There are so many baby villagers in this damn village. But eventually... Oh, shoot, actually. Never mind. I need to move that brewing stand. That brewing stand is supposed to go in the church. Where is it? Evidently they're cheating on each other. Oh, my game is lagging. Wow. That was major game lag there. I was trying to open my inventory repeatedly and it wouldn't let me open my inventory. Yeah, evidently the villagers are cheating on each other. They're a mess. We have so many items. I wish like bones were tradable with villagers, but they're not. The string is though, so we'll be able to get rid of some of that. Yeah, the family tree is just a crap ton of inbred villagers. Gotta love it. I'm gonna take most of our leather, or take a stack of our leather to trade with him, so that we can level him up. And we need to make some more sticks to trade with the new Fletcher. There we go. It's definitely leveling us up, which is nice, because that's one of the things we needed was some more levels, because we lost so many from that death trying to get the villagers. We need our other Fletcher, who should be still over here, yep. Just vibing over by the wall here. No, don't. There we go, we got him leveled up to level 2 at least. We need the leather worker, wherever the leather worker went. This is the armor who we need to trade with enough to get this helmet unlocked so we can have a diamond helmet without having to make it from our diamonds. Ooh, we got a butcher. What meat do you trade for? Chicken? Ugh. I don't know where his job block is. I think it's up here. Yeah, we're gonna break and replace that. We have so many villagers around. I think he just picked up a different job just because he could. I'll take that as a weaponsmith, honestly. I'll have to trade him. I'll have to get some coal to trade him. Actually, you know what? I'll trade him a couple axes because that'll be nice to keep for extra tools. And I'll probably honestly just trade him for one of those swords, because a sharp 3 sword ain't bad, and I have 21. I'll trade him for 2 just to level him up immediately, and then I can trade him some of this to the point of leveling up. And then, there we go, we got him up quite a bit. And we have a diamond axe trade that we can unlock, so that's nice. I quite like the methodology of being able to just trade with these guys, like, endlessly. And we have a sharp 3 and breaking iron sword, well, 2 of them, so that'll make mob hunting pretty easy, which we'll need to do because of the butchers and stuff, to get some food to trade them and things like that. We have too much stuff in this chest. Holy heck. I really don't need like just the simple little power one and unbreaking ones, to be honest, considering I have multiple high level ones. And I'm not going to waste a bunch of levels just combining the power one or the unbreaking one everywhere. So we're just going to like, for now I don't want to deal with it, so we're just going to do this. Go to the nether. That's the discard for now, because I don't feel like dealing with it. I'll have to get there eventually, but... What do you have? Nothing of all that usefulness. What else did I need for villagers? I needed coal to trade with the weaponsmith. Actually, we traded with the weaponsmith anyway, so we don't need it. I'm debating whether I want a mob hunt or not. I probably will. Well, no, I think I want to organize the village more, so. I don't really know all that much about the updated villagers, really. It's mostly me learning by experimentation, which is also why it's a little fascinating to me, because I keep just learning more each time. So, holy crap, 3 white horses spawned. And it's a baby one, it's so cute. I need to stop looking at horses, because then I want to tame them all. What we really need is a cleric, honestly. Oh, we got a nitwit. Honestly, he's probably gonna die. Sorry. Nothing happened, guys. We just got a cleric. He wasn't gonna give us any trades, so I may or may not have committed murder. But it's okay. Everything's fine. The children are just leaving doors open everywhere. I'm looking for the villager for the trading for leather. That's another armor that we need to trade up with. This is the weaponsmith. I don't have enough of the... Yeah, it was justified. He would have been a little useless. What are you? Oh, you're the stonemason. I really don't need a stonemason, so I'm probably not going to bother trading with him that much. I need the damn leather worker. Where did the leather worker go? It doesn't help that I don't remember where I put all the job blocks. These dudes just keep getting trapped. Get out of the corner. Honestly, I'm moving this fence post so they stop getting trapped there. I need the leather worker. What job block is the leather worker, at least? So I can find it. The leather worker is the cauldron. Now, where did we put the cauldron? We put it in one of the big buildings, I think. Just getting themselves stuck in fences. Gotta love it. We put the cauldron in one of these buildings, I think. You're not the cauldron. Did we put it in the big one? Is that the leather worker? Yes. We found him. About time. A lot of them would trade for flint, but we don't have much flint. Now we gotta go get all our rotten flesh to trade with this cleric. This is just helping clear out my chest system a little, which is why I'm a little obsessed with leveling them all up some. Not to mention we already have over an extra stack of emeralds that we've gotten, some of which we've traded back to them. Yeah, I really don't know. Especially a cleric, given that, like, clerics are, like, religious or whatever. Like, the concept is that it's the religious villager. Why would the religious villager want dead meat? Sounds weird. Sounds sketchy. Sounds a little concerning. If we have enough gold, we can trade him some gold. I don't know if we do or not. Well, we have plenty of villagers getting jobs. We have two horses that spawn, 3 horses that spawned in the well. We have plenty of villagers leveling up. We've got to level up the new armor to see if we will get any of the good. Yeah, that too. mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, the only thing to be religious about is, in, like, a Minecraft world, would be learning about the monsters, considering it's the whole concept of, like, learning about the devil, I guess? I don't know. There's probably a whole bunch of theories about it on some form of Jeez, I can't English. Some form of Minecraft wiki or something. My brain completely fizzed out for that sentence. What was I getting? Coal for the armor and some gold for the cleric. There we go. I'm killing off mobs without using my flame because it'll help for trading with some of the butchers when we get the decent butcher trades. That one's cute. It's got clouds on it. Alright, enjoy your dinner. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you. I lose my armor too. There's an armor somewhere around here. This him? Yes. No, that's my expert one. I need my low level one. Where's my low level one? He's gonna trade for boots again, which is not that useful, so I'm probably gonna have to honestly kill him off. Not gonna lie. Sorry. Kind of have to, given that he's not trading for anything particularly useful. There we go, we get the trade for the axe, and there's a diamond sword in it at the end. Awesome. Efficiency 1, I can buy a few of them so I can combine them. I only can buy 3 right now though. Understandable. I just want to level him up all the way, but it's hard to when he doesn't really have many trades that he'll level up for. We just got someone to pick up the new armor's job. So we might be in luck there. He'll probably come here to pick it, I think. We've got the butcher who still offers chicken. We need to break and replace this. Did he get rid of his job? Yeah, he just changed jobs, which sucks. Toolsmith. This is the new armor. We'll buy a couple boots off of him to level him up initially. Okay, now we've got leggings, that's good. We can actually probably go get a bunch of lava buckets to trade to them. I think I can make a bunch of buckets and go over to the lava over there. It wouldn't be that worth it, I don't think. We have a lot of good trades going though. This is our stonemason. We really need a butcher that doesn't give us absolute crap trades. Someone just took the job, so I need to know where they are. We're getting quite the bustling little village going, that's for sure. Where's the one that took the butcher job? He'll come to the thing eventually, I think. Weaponsmith. And don't care that it's a little more expensive. If it levels them up, it's fine. Bane of Arthropods sucks. But at least now we have a diamond sword that we can freely use for enchants without having to... We can disenchant it and use it for enchants without having to spend a couple of diamonds on it. Nixie, leave her alone. We have another toolsmith. Okay, everyone's gonna bed. Everyone's gonna sleep. What are you? Another stonemason? Why are there so many to each job block? That's the confusion part. Everyone's scrambling to find their beds to go to sleep, so I'm gonna go, I think, hunt some mobs for the night to get some more supplies for things. This baby is kind of dumb. He's just standing by the ladder. They'll all find beds, I think. I don't think they'll breed past the amount of beds they have. I think that's kind of the rule. So, we got quite a few level 1. We're gonna have to dump into an extra chest. We got quite a few level 1 efficiency diamond axes. We got multiple of those good iron swords. We got quite a bit of our coal used up, which sucks. We got some more iron boots when ours break. And we got a decent amount of emeralds. Granted, we lost quite a bit from trading back and forth for some of the items, but that's kind of a given, since that's how it works with villagers, is you win some, you lose some. To be able to progress, you kind of have to do both. We're going to disenchant this diamond sword, since we definitely don't want to have Bane of Arthropods. And I'm going to leave it in here. And then I'm going to make my way over here to fight some mobs. I'm actually going to take my good bow as well. Nixie! Leave her alone. Nixie. Leave the cat alone. Come here. I swear to God, this dog. I'm not gonna immediately switch to the enchanted one. I'm gonna use up my regular one first. There we go. We do need string. String is useful for some of the villagers that trade good. We definitely need rotten flesh to trade with the cleric. What's this enchanted power one? We could fight Endermen, but I really don't like fighting them. It's quite irritating to do. Oh shoot, I'm gonna die. Let's back off a bit. I'm gonna use this. Yeah. I'm extremely low. I think we killed off the main threats. Yeah, we did. Okay. Get me out of here, get me out of here. Okay. I don't have to worry about conserving arrows either, because now we can trade with the Fletchers that'll give us arrows for a single emerald, which is fine enough to do. Technically thinking, it means you spend 32 sticks just to get 16 arrows, but I mean, thinking of the conversion of trades at least for that one particular villager. But it's fine. Nixie! Gonna lose my mind if you keep going after that cat. I really could just snipe everything given that I don't have to worry about my arrows anymore, but I won't. I don't think. It's a little boring. I don't mind melee fighting. I just like to do bow fighting for the ones that are particularly irritating, aka the creepers and the skellies. Nixie, leave her alone. Stop. That shot completely missed because of this dude. There's plenty of skellies, but I really don't need bones. At this point, gunpowder's more useful. With how many bones we already have. I missed both mobs there. I was hoping one of them would move into it. Nixie! Stop! Now we can use the sharp 3 sword, which will help some too. Not that much though. Still a 3 shot for zombies. Let's go get the stuff we shot over here. It's probably 2 crits. Yeah, it's 2 crits. Not bad. And the sharp 3 probably does a lot of better damage to like the peaceful mobs that are usually 1 crit anyways. We're doing good on levels. We can probably do some enchanting soon. Especially with the rest of the trades from the villagers. Hopefully the village is safe. I think it's safe, but I just wouldn't know. Nixie! Leave the cat alone. I'm going to lose my mind at you, dog. I need to kill off this skelly. I love my bow. It kills them so easily. Enchanted armor nonetheless. Interesting. Let's go see what this witch has. Well, nothing good. Alright, we did okay with that. I would have liked to have gotten more in, but it is daytime. Let's get this one zombie over here. We'll let's go kill some mobs real quick in case that butcher is available. We got way too many bows, so we're gonna just drop them into the cave over here, honestly. Okay. Yeah, let's just drop the bows we don't need into the cave over here. And let's get some mobs so that we can get some more supplies for things. I don't know why I made Mondays for mental health. It's probably because Mondays just feel really drab and awful anyways. And usually they're kind of the update you guys about what happened over the weekend and what's going on in the future this week and all that. So it just kind of makes sense to be a day for everyone to be able to get things off their chest and start off the week okay. And also Twitch keeps deciding whether it wants to let me do my custom tags or not off and on. Like sometimes it'll only let me select from the pre-selected tags, and sometimes it'll let me actually do tags myself, which is a little annoying because the tags I do myself do help with getting a little bit better of viewership and making sure that it reaches the right audiences. But since normally for this one I would do tags like vent and mental health and mental illness and things like that, versus now all I can have is like mental health and safe space, I think were the ones I could find in the pre-selected ones. But it is what it is. We're just gonna get some village stuff going and mind our business. And as far as the update on my stuff, I do feel like the medication is helping some. I don't mean to make medication my whole personality, it is just a very big impact and it's on my mind quite often considering I've always been terrified of taking any meds for my entire life, so suddenly going on them is a little bit much for my brain to handle. So they do feel like they're making a difference in a way. Feels like it might be a little better, I don't know. It's also hard to figure out what's better, given that I do have so many fluctuations in a day still, since I have my mood disorder and everything like that. And given that it is just the lower dose of meds, like there's still going to be changes to the dose even within the next couple weeks without the doctor. Like the antidepressant, anti-anxiety med I'm on is supposed to double the dosage on the 1st of next month, which is 14 days after I started taking it, because right now they have me on half of a pill. Like they gave me a bunch of whole pills and I have to take half a pill at first and then go up to a whole pill. It doesn't help that my mom has had experience with that med, so she's like, oh my god, I hated being on the full pill of that and blah blah blah, and I'm like, it's not, please don't make it worse for my anxiety, thanks. Nixie, get out of the corner. So, I don't know. We'll just see as things go by. And as far as other stuff coming up, this week we have to get rent because we didn't get a hold of anyone for making sure that it was an automatic payment. And also I got myself sucked into looking at houses to buy last night and the night before. Or mostly yesterday, which was not a good idea because there's so many really good like ones that really like I really wish I could be there thing, especially one in particular, and so I'm like trying to reach out to lenders and figure out what loans I would be able to get or we would be able to get right now, which isn't many, so I don't know, it's all a mess, but it would be really nice to be able to move because being in this apartment is really stressful, and I think Nixie would be a lot less stressful if she had more time to run, because whenever we are able to give her like full free reign run time, she does so well afterwards. I think she would just be really happy with a lot more space to run. And there's not many places we can bring her where she has space to run. It's like at least $15 of gas to get to where she can run, and we can't do that every day, obviously, given the routine and given that it's not something I can spend $15 on every day. So, hello? Lag. I was worried it would unlag and make me kill the baby too, that's why I was trying to aim high enough. This also gives the villagers some time to pick their jobs and figure out what they're doing and their trades refreshed and all that while I'm out here doing this. I'll probably do this most of the day, if not all of the day, and go sort things and then come back and fight some mobs on the platform again. Since it'll be only night 2, so there shouldn't be phantoms. And then we'll go trade with the villagers the next day. That way we should have enough supplies. Looting on a sword would be really nice to have, honestly. We can see what we have for enchants soon. We have enough for almost 3 enchants of 30 level enchants, so... Well, actually 4. We have 3 right now. Because 36, 33, and 30 is 3. And if we get to level 39, we have 39, 36, 33, and 30. I've memorized the patterns for that pretty well. I mean, we can get enough chickens to trade the chicken one for the butcher, but I would rather not, because that's a lot of... I prefer the one where he trades, like, the raw pig's meat, whatever it's called in the game. I know it's raw pork, but is it raw pork in the game? Yeah, raw pork chop. I prefer the ones where he trades for that, because it's a better trade. You'll only trade for like 6 or 7 of those, and you get 1 or 2 to each pig. Sometimes 3 if you have looting or if you get the right pig. So it's a lot less effort versus the dinky little having to kill like 18 chickens to get 1 emerald. As much as I want leather, I am not going to kill these horses because that would be very cruel. Too much cruelty for me. Pretty horse. And as far as the rest of this week, I have no clue. I just got into the week. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's the plan besides... Oh goodness, excuse me for yawning. I don't know what the plan is besides knowing that it's at least the regular schedule, which means at least today is clean day and Wednesday is bring the dog to my dad's to run day. Other than that, I have not the slightest clue. I don't have any immediate appointments this week, I don't think. I do have a bunch of work to get done within the next week. My mom's birthday is on Friday, and I think this weekend's supposed to be a me weekend, is the agreement, since this past weekend was a him weekend, given that he spent most of it at a party and then was basically it's like, hey, you get to do what he wants, so this weekend should be about what I want type of thing. So I think that means that we would be going to my dad's some to try to finish getting things packed up so I can get things moved to here, because I really need some of the things that are still left at my dad's to be able to organize the apartment more. And I really just want to be able to not have to worry about getting that stuff moved and get it all done at once. Because if I do pack up, I should in theory be able to fit it all in one trip, I think. Especially since we'd be using his truck, which has a bigger truck bed, which has the space. So in theory, I would be able to do it in one trip, hopefully. If not, like one trip and then a trip with just a few totes or whatever. all of the bigger stuff should fit in one trip, because it's just like one of the big metal closets, a shelf, and a couple bins for my main big stuff, I think. So there's this chair that I have there that I would really love to bring here, but I'm worried it'll have fleas since everything in that house has fleas. And I'm not entirely sure how to treat fleas in that effectively without bringing them here. So I think it'll probably have to stay there, sadly. I quite like that chair. It's a little small, but it's a, like little cozy chair. It's kind of like a beanbag chair, but it's got a frame to it. It's like a miniature recliner without the recliner part, I guess is the best way I can describe it. And it's really cozy, and I used it as a little book nook in my room at my dad's. Where like if I open my door, I can make it a completely closed off little corner of my room, from the back of the door covering it. So then I have my little closed off book nook, basically. And it was really nice, but I don't have the ability to clean the fleas out of it, since there are fleas at my dad's, quite a lot of fleas at my dad's, because my nana's dog have fleas, and every time dogs have fleas, and every time that they try to get the fleas out of the house, it doesn't exactly succeed. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think there'd be any way that I could, in fact, rid the fleas from the house, which sucks. But it is what it is. Or rid the fleas from the thing from that house, is what I mean. It sucks, but it is what it is. I've lost a lot of, like, things that I can't move from there because of the fact that there's fleas. Like, both of my mattresses I wouldn't be able to take with me, and that sort of thing. Stop going after the cat post. It's not your personal thing to tear carpet off of. But yeah. It is what it is. I've lost a lot more in that house and in my life than just a few things from fleas, so I'm a little used to it. Most of the times that we've moved, I've left behind at least half of my belongings, so... or lost at least half of my belongings, depending on the situation. Given that we were homeless twice, I lost almost all of my belongings both of those times, so... since I didn't have enough storage at my dad's, and I, one of the times didn't have a storage unit at all, and the second time I didn't know we had a storage unit, so... yeah. It's not a new concept by any means, to lose things, or have to get rid of things. It does suck a little, but you get used to it. I need to kill the baby zombie, because otherwise he's gonna keep going off to other zombies to come back and kill me. So yeah, at least one of the weekend days would be that, I think, if I can figure it out. And also, I probably have to finish sorting all of the cans. One of the side jobs that I do is sorting 5-cent returnable cans for recycling, and bringing those to turn in, because I collect them from quite a few households, so I get quite a decent amount of money off of it. Most of the times that I bring them in, it's like at least $80 worth, which if you think about how many cans that has to be $80 worth of cans that only are 5 cents each, yeah, it's quite a few, but it's because it's from multiple households, so, and it collects over the period of a month, of at least 2 or 3 months usually in between, and I have to get those done before winter because they take up a lot of space at my dad's where we store them before I sort them, and he wants to get them out of the way before winter time, so I'll have to go sort those at some point, either this weekend or this week. Given that I can get Nixie to be slightly calm for car rides now, I might be able to do it during the week, but I don't know. It does get dark too early for me to do it after he gets out of work, I think, because then I'd only have about like an hour before it would start getting dark of being able to work, and it usually takes me at least 2 or 3 hours to sort a full load of them. But yeah, I'll have to sort those this week or this weekend. The good thing is if I sort them this week, I can bring them this weekend to redeem, and then I have the cash and also have them out of the way and don't have to worry about it. But whether or not that will be able to be successful, I don't know. That almost counted as a music disc. Nixie, would you stop going after the cat? I swear to God. It's all you do all day is try to tear up the cat, and she's not your toy. She is a living creature. As far as stream schedules go, I know I'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday like I usually do. I'm pretty committed to that. That's not something I want to change anytime soon. I don't know if I'll do Tuesday or Thursday. It really depends on whether or not I'll be going to my dad's this week and that sort of thing. Because if I do go to my dad's to do cans, I will do it on a non-stream day, so I don't have to miss a stream for it. I don't know. It would be better to, if I am going to do cans during the day, it would be better to do it tomorrow than Thursday, because Thursday the dog would be pretty tired from having played all day Wednesday, and it would be kind of useless to bring her to let her run while I'm sorting cans. The day after she already ran around a bunch, it'd just be like over-exercising her. She'd like it, but it'd be kind of pointless. It'd be over-exercising her. So tomorrow might be good, but at the same time, it's similar of it'd be kind of over-exercising her either way, since she'd either play during the day Tuesday and then again Wednesday night, or play Wednesday night and then again Thursday. So, I don't know. I have no clue. Because I can't leave her at home for that long, so I would have to bring her with me. And she'd probably be out back while I do it, so she's not underfoot or getting in the road or anything, since I won't be able to fully monitor her while I'm doing cans the whole time. Yeah. I don't know. That's too much brain processing for me. I don't know what he wants to do for plans either, so I have to ask him when he gets home and figure it out. We usually do cleaning day today and then also schedule out the week today, so that I have a schedule to know what I'm doing, because I need to know the routine and have a routine in place. So eventually I'll know what's going on, but you guys can at least expect Wednesday and Friday after this. Any in-betweens, you'll get the notification if you have notifications on, which if you do want to tune into every stream, I would definitely recommend having notifications on, because I do kind of randomly stream here and there, and you wouldn't always know if I'm streaming or not without them on. That's not even a self-promo thing, that's just I have no life schedule, so yeah. I do try to go on about the same time every day when I stream, about 1 roughly, or a little before or a little after. Well, 1 p.m. my time, different times for everyone else, but since that's usually when I can get the dog to settle down and she's eaten and I've eaten and we've gotten her outside to go to the bathroom and all of that, so that it's all just able to be taken care of and I can just focus on streaming. I do want to try more free games on the PlayStation Network as well, because I should be able to download some more free games that I might want to try, but I don't know. I do really want to start building on this platform as well, but I quite like having it for mob hunting too. It's a really good open space for mob hunting, so I don't know. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? I am just rambling about plans and futures of the week and whatever else I can think of while I play the game. Today is mental health day, so we're doing a bunch of just kind of open chats about anything going on with me, anything going on with you guys, anything that anyone wants to talk about. I'm glad you're alright. I'm doing okay. I'm just here to vibe. Some more chickens. Let's go throw the extra bows into the abyss of the land over here. We need to repair these creeper holes as well. Good thing we have plenty of dirt. Get some of these bows we don't need anymore because we have way too many of them into the abyss. That's a song that I know from a band I quite like. 3 Days Grace. I don't mind, especially today, given that it's kind of a stream that I specifically set aside for it. I really don't mind helping people that want to vent or that want to have someone to listen to them, because I know I have been in the same place where I really wish someone would listen to me, sort of thing, and didn't have anyone, so I like being able to provide that space for someone else that might need it. But I definitely agree, it can feel kind of uncomfortable for people that aren't used to it, or that aren't used to just kind of opening up to random strangers on the internet, obviously. But I like it. It creates a nice little safe space for our community. We do this every Monday, so it's kind of just here. And also some of my regular viewers do like to kind of talk about things going on in their life, so I like to keep that space open for them. Let's get some more stuff to go trade with the villagers. We've got some more rotten flesh, although the extra 27 isn't useful. We have some wool to trade with the loom maker, I think. Well, actually we won't do that. We can take a little bit more iron to trade with any of the armors and things. We can take a little more coal to start off some of those guys as well. We can make some more sticks for the Fletchers. Let's do all that. But yeah, I don't find it rude at all. It's just kind of what we talk about and what happens to come up. I would understand, I guess, bigger streamers that are like not specifically making a space for that, and then people are just constantly on their stream venting about random things might be a little irritating, but that annoying. To a puppy dog. Understandable. That's why I create such a space for people, because my current diagnoses are officially ADHD, anxiety, depression, PTSD, with a ongoing evaluation for borderline personality disorder and an ongoing evaluation for autism. So I kind of, and one of my special interests is actually psychology in the brain, and I really like to learn about like what other people are struggling with and how I can help with it, so that's why I create this space for other people. But it's just kind of an open space. We just like to vibe here. It's a safe space for anyone that has anything going on that they're struggling with, or any of those sort of concepts. Is it still nighttime? Are these guys still sleeping? No, they're just hiding in their houses for whatever reason because of the rain. I didn't mean to make it about me in that statement. That was more so of a, like, I understand because I can relate, meant to be statement. Sometimes they come off the wrong way when I'm speaking. There's my butcher. And he still trades for chicken. I need him to not trade for chicken. I need to break and replace that. There's my cleric that I needed to trade a few things to. Trying to get the butcher to change trades. We have a lot of villagers in this little world because it's a project that I have ongoing to get some things done with. We have a diamond hoe trade evidently and a diamond axe trade. We already have a diamond axe trade, but maybe he'll give a better trade for the final trade? I don't know. I don't need that many diamond hoes, but I just want to level him up. What's the diamond axe? Efficiency 1 like the other one. But he does have a diamond pickaxe, so I'll take it. Oh, that was a loud noise. Is it a lightning storm? Did lightning just hit one of the houses? What was that noise? I think I'm gonna go sleep, because I don't know what that noise was. But yeah, we create this space on Mondays because Mondays are kind of dreary and hard to get started on the week, for me and for a lot of other people. So giving people a space to kind of get everything off their chest and start the week off fresh gives everything a little bit of a better perspective for the rest of the week, in my opinion. That way you don't have to be so weighed down by the last stuff that's been going on. That's understandable. Coping skills can be weird. They can be anything that helps you. A lot of my coping skills, people think are weird because of the fact of its coping skills for autism. So like, all of my ways of blocking out sensory input and things like that, some people that are neurotypical will be like, why are you doing that? But it's interesting, and if it helps you feel better and safer and more comfortable, then that's what's important. Heck, one of my biggest coping skills used to be just drawing all over myself with Sharpie, because that was one of the only ways that I would like calm my mind and get things out of my mind and be able to not focus on my mental disorder for a while, and not do worse things to my body. And hey, if it helps, it helps. That's what's important. Granted, plenty of people also have negative coping skills, where you create a coping skill that's supposed to help with something but is more dangerous than the original thing, or dangerous in general, which I've had my fair share of those too, so I'm not judging, but I think developing coping skills even when you're not mentally ill or neurotypical is really important to get through life, because life is absolutely atrocious for everyone in some way or another, and a lot of us are struggling on our own and not getting any help or reaching out or dealing with it, and finding a way that helps us deal with that healthily is perfectly like normal and should be something that happens a lot. But of course, a lot of people also think that the only way you can get therapy or get help or use coping skills or things like that is if you are mentally ill, because people look down so much on mental illness and things like that. So, never-ending circle. Well, that's good. I'm glad that your coping skills aren't dangerous. I wasn't saying they necessarily were. I'm just saying I had my fair share of creating dangerous ones on accident. And that was lightning, so we're gonna try to sleep, because I don't want our entire village to get lightning struck. Hopefully that wasn't lightning that struck the village. Yeah, one of my biggest special interests is psychology and the human mind, and that means I have a pretty heavy focus on things like neurodivergencies and mental illness and things like that. Actually, I have. Given one of my subsets of borderline personality disorder is involuntary regression, so I know a lot about Little Space. It's a really interesting coping mechanism, and it's really sweet and safe, and I absolutely adore it. I actually had a little space a very long time ago that I discovered, and then of course, given that I was very young and on the internet when I shouldn't be, it was twisted and morphed by some very not so nice adults that shouldn't have been dealing with minors. And so now through therapy I'm being able to find kind of that safe space again and that comfort. I often involuntarily regress instead of voluntarily regress, so we're trying to work on like voluntary regression to make it more of a comfortable and safe thing and not a fear response. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think it's weird because of the association with kink, with the fact that there is little space in terms of kink communities, but honestly, little space as an age regression is completely safe and normal, and it's something that's really helpful for people that have dealt with a lot of trauma or just want to have something to calm down about. I don't have anything against it in any way. I do understand that a lot of people think it's weird, but also a lot of people think a lot of things are weird. Like, people are ridiculously ready to judge others for things that they don't understand. So I think the only weird thing about it is the situation where age regression is something that's used by minors as well, so it means that using the term little space and things like that does end up getting some minors in kink communities on accident, or mixing the two communities, which is where I do think it gets a little weird and uncomfortable and unsafe, because kink is something that should be 18 plus, which is a totally separate conversation than age regression. So yeah. I know a little bit about it. I'm not the most expert on it, but I do love the discourse on it. But yeah, that's a perfectly safe and comfortable coping mechanism, and I hope it helps, and I hope that things are going well. Trying to backtrack my overly I'm trying to backtrack my overly long ramble about it. Yeah, I love talking about things like that. There's a lot of really interesting age regression accounts and websites now as well, because of the fact that there are so many more people talking about it. So I do hope that it becomes something that's a little bit more normalized and a little bit more safe. I'm also of the opinion that if you're not hurting anyone else or hurting yourself, it shouldn't matter. But it becomes a little more personal because I do experience age regression, so I understand it and defend it a little more heavily. It's really interesting on platforms like TikTok, where a lot of people are being able to talk about those forms of mental illness. Given that age regression is an involuntary regression is a subset symptom of plenty of disorders, it really shouldn't be something that people have to feel ashamed of or people have to look down on or things like that. Because as far as I know, age regression is pretty common in borderline personality disorder. It's common in many cases of different traumas. It's common in anxiety. It's common in a lot of different things. So, and it can assist with just about any disorder that struggles with feeling too stressed or uncomfortable a lot of the times. So yeah, I guess that's what I can say about it. What can we trade with the villagers today? We need to unlock this helmet, but I don't want to buy more boots. What are you? You're my... whatever the heck it is. But yeah, you're definitely welcome here, and you're definitely not going to receive any judgment or hate on my part, and as far as I hope, any judgment or hate on any of my viewers' part, because I like to keep this a very open and safe space for anyone, so. And it's definitely not something that anyone should or would judge you negatively on. I'll need another sword, but not yet. I need that pickaxe unlocked. Another journeyman where we can get leggings. I need to level him up. I can trade him some iron, I think. Yeah. There we go. We've got leggings. We'll buy a couple pairs, and then we'll have to trade some other things to get him leveled up better. We're gonna have to go iron mining soon with how much iron we're trading off to these dudes. If we could get a couple buckets of lava, I think we'd be good. You're welcome. I like keeping in a space that's really safe for other people to feel open and comfortable in. That's kind of one of the main points of my stream, is I started streaming to be able to escape my own head. So I know that a lot of people need to escape theirs or have someone to talk to, and it's not fair to not offer that. A lot of my biggest comfort streamers for people that I watch are people that create something that helps others feel safe and comfortable in their own skin. So everyone should have a chance to have somewhere where they feel safe and open, because I know the feeling of growing up like in households where you're not allowed to talk about mental illness, or in situations where you're in cases of trauma or unsafe. And sometimes you just need somewhere where you can let that be existing without being fear of someone else judging it, or being in a more unsafe situation, given like housing situations and things like that. That's the whole shtick here, is just someplace that everyone can be and not have to worry. Because I am neurodivergent and LGBTQ myself, and I've had my fair share of hate, and it's not fair, so we gonna change that. Where's the one I was just trading with? Oh, what are you? Oh, you're the cartographer. Oh, nice. I know a few people that are Arrow or Ace or Arrow Ace. I'm somewhere on the spectrum of asexuality, but not exactly determined. But I also don't really spend a lot of time determining what's going on in my brain. So, yeah. Now, where's the person I was just trading with? I need the person that was gonna give me a better... I need to replace this. So, curiosity question, since I don't know that much about aromantic or asexuality, what form of, if you're comfortable stating, you don't have to, of course, what form of, like, spectruming? Is it in the form of aromantic? I know a lot of people don't feel romantic attraction at all, and some people feel it in very specific instances. Similarly to how the concept of asexuality is. I was just curious. You obviously don't have to answer that question if it's a little too personal. Is this the one I was trying to level up just for a helmet? I didn't want a helmet. Understandable. Thank you for answering. I know it's a little pushy of a question. Yeah, so, first, like to relate to it and give a little bit of personal information as well, since I'm asking everyone else their personal information. As far as my variety of feeling asexual or being on the asexual spectrum, I am not entirely sure what sexual attraction is. It's a little wonky given that there's a lot of factors affecting that. Don't mind my dog growling in the background. And my attraction more so is based off of connection with people and like people that are specifically close to me, or like the situation itself. So yeah. Now where is the damn... Yeah, that would be a better explanation than Demi, I believe gray sexual was where I was landing more so than ace. Where is... I lost track of the villager I was trying to trade with. I want to level this guy up too to get that pickaxe. I don't know. Let's go sleep. We got a decent amount of stuff we can use. And we can bring some... we've got a nitwit to kill. And we can bring some of the items we need back into the village after we sleep. Yeah, generally I just label myself as far as sexuality and romantic attraction goes as queer, because it's a little more comfortable for me to determine and figure out. And I am trans non-binary currently, so that is the other side of the identity. I am just a whole smorgasbord of mess, which is why we like to have a messy little smorgasbord channel here. Awesome. We're just vibing today. Making all the friends of people that relate to situations. And I like it. I don't know why it didn't do that the first time. We need a bunch of paper to trade into the dude from the lectern, the dude from the, not lectern, the cartographer. And we do need to place down a lectern, but I really don't want to break and replace a lectern 20 times to get a decent trade. We're slowly clearing up some chest space and being able to trade with the villagers, which is nice. Let's clear out our farms a bit. What time is it? It is 2:24 in the afternoon. So I'll probably have to get off in about 40 minutes or so. I don't think I'll be taking a shower before he gets home, but I'm not sure. I need to bathe the dog, so I'll probably wait until after he gets home so I can bathe the dog and then I can get in a shower. And this is also something I usually disclose to new viewers as well, is there's usually quite a bit of background noise going on or sidetracking. That's because we live in a very small apartment with currently a 10-month-old puppy, a almost 2-year-old cat, and upstairs I also own a going on 8-year-old ferret. He's a very old man, he's like 100 in ferret years. So we usually have a bit of chaos with the puppy trying to get in my face or in the cat's face. Or currently the cat's in heat, so she also is a bit of chaos when she's awake. So there's always something going on in the background, and it's usually fine. If we collect these, we can trade with some of the farmer villagers. Never ending pumpkins. The pumpkins and melons can probably go to that farmer that we cured originally, since he has the better trades on those than any of the others. And I really don't feel like infecting and curing any other villagers to have better trades. I don't like the new potato design. I miss when they were easy to tell when they were fully grown. These are confusing because they have to be just the right height, and you have to look at the height to figure it out. Because if I'm looking down, I can't really differentiate almost fully grown with fully grown. Like, I don't mind the height of it, given that it is semi-realistic. Potato plants in real life do have the, like, bushes above ground to some extent, but I just wish there was a little bit better of an indication of when they're fully grown underground. Why are you, like, following me? I have a potato. What? Do they follow potatoes now? He's breaking my farm. What? They eat potatoes now? I didn't know they eat potatoes now. He's breaking my farm, so he's gonna die, but... Oh, now I need to... Freaking heck. Now I need to fix 2 patches of stuff that's broken. I didn't know pigs eat potatoes now in Minecraft. That's confusing. It did remind me I need the raw meat to trade with the butcher though. So, slightly helpful. Ay. One of the big mental health topics today has been my new medication, because given that I have everything going on, they put me on a new med roughly last week, I think was my appointment. And I've been fairly terrified of meds for my entire life, so it's been a weird experience to be on medication again. So we just kind of have little updates about like how the meds are going and what's going on with all of that, since I like to update people. Let's make some more paper as well. Which the summary of that is a big whopping I don't know, because meds are confusing. And because given that I have extreme emotional fluctuation regardless of medication, it's kind of funky. It's a good or a bad situation, or do it overall. The lovely things that we deal with is seeing everything in all black or all white thinking. So everything is always either really good to my mind or really bad, and there's not much in between. So I can't really differentiate between what's doing better or what's doing worse sometimes. There are good days where I can figure it out, but today is not one of those days, or this week is not one of those times. I need to trade with these guys, and I don't know what to trade for them. I need to go fishing so I can trade with the fishermen more. There's the cartographer, we can level up some. And we ran out of enough. Dang it. I really don't need him, but I just wanted to lock in his trades anyways. You're the shepherd, we need to get some wool to trade with you. I need the skill. I'm gonna just trade for some cooked food to get it leveled up. Trade him some of that. Yeah, there we go. Now we have the expert. I swear there was someone I was trying to fully level up that I could use these 2 buckets for. And I don't remember who it was. There's no one up here. Ay. We're losing track of everything today. It might have been this guy, because I did buy leggings off of him. I guess I'll just level him up to master. I really need another diamond helmet, I don't think. Actually, I don't think I have a diamond helmet yet, so I will buy one. I don't want to waste all of my emeralds yet. What are you guys? This is our cleric, and there's a farmer here. Curious what he will trade for. I need a farmer that will trade me carrots. So I have to keep breaking and placing this to get one that'll trade me carrots, because we have a lot of extra carrots. Where's our farmer? Right here. Beetroot. I don't need to trade for beetroot. Is there a farmer that trades for carrots? There should be, I imagine. Why'd you turn into a shepherd? No. Change to a farmer. Someone changed to a farmer. The heck? I especially wouldn't trade with a shepherd that's going to trade me for black wool, because that'd be very difficult to get. So we're going to break and replace the loom wherever we left it. Which is another question in itself. I need to level up this guy the rest of the way. But I don't really have any way to. I'm not going to trade him diamonds for emeralds, that's obnoxious. We only have 29 extra diamonds. We don't have enough to really trade with anyone for that situation. I don't want you to be the shepherd. Where's the shepherd boy? Where did I put him? I put it in here, I think. Yeah, I did. No, go choose a different job. We have quite a few jobless villagers. Who's the shepherd? I don't want you to trade damn black wool. This is the exhausting part of villages. There we go, white wool. I'll do that, and I'm gonna lock it in so I don't have to do it again. Alright, now where is someone to trade me carrots? Definitely nowhere to be found. I think we've done enough trading today, honestly. We traded a lot of stuff. We should probably go fish for a while so we can get some more items. And also go mob hunting tonight. Okay, getting ahead of myself. Let me disenchant everything in my inventory away. We'll consolidate the emeralds for now and put them away. We need more coal in our inventory already. Because we to the villagers. We need to put away all of our raw food. And we need to put away the paper, which we need to make more of. Put away the farming items. Ay. This is the focus that never ends. I'm pretty hyper-fixated on doing the village stuff today, so that's why we keep doing that a lot. So that's probably what we're focusing on for the entire day. Pretty fixated on it. Something that makes progress in the world. I need my good bow to hunt tonight. Let's eat. And let's go. Ironic that I'm rewatching Supernatural and I'm hunting monsters at all times in my game. I'm rewatching Supernatural for at least the 5th time. I don't even know how many times I've watched it at this point. And I am already on season 4 again. Granted, I know most of the show by heart, given that I've watched it so many times. I'm rewatching it again anyways. Just for the sake of watching it. Habit of just that and American Horror Story I often rewatch when I don't have anything else to watch, or even when I have other things to watch, given that there's a lot of shows my friends keep suggesting that I'm supposed to be watching. We need mostly zombies so we can get a bunch of rotten flesh for the cleric. 3 swords don't do much damage unless it's a crit. Or much of a difference in damage unless it's a crit. It at least one-shots most peaceful mobs. We need more string as well. I would love to get some ender pearls, but given how crappy of armor I have right now, it's really not a good idea. No! Okay, I'm bad with bows, as we can tell. Wow, I am really bad with bows. Good thing this bow has mending on it. So it doesn't matter, and we have stacks on stacks of arrows from the Fletchers. Oh, I hate these baby zombie riders. He's just gonna run off to this dude. Dude, he climbed on the freaking spider. One of these days, my filter of no swearing is gonna wear off very quickly on the stream. For now, I've kept the swearing to a minimum pretty well. But one of these days... Surprised I haven't sworn more with how many times I've died on this world. One of the other big things that I'm working on right now is my reading goal, which is why I will probably still take a break on at least one of the days this week of streaming. I'll still do my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, guaranteed. But I probably will take either Tuesday or Thursday to read some as well. Given we're, what, 2 months, less than 2 months away from the end of the year, and my goal for the year was 75, and I am at 54, I think, was the last count. Last year I started writing my books down. I have a complete book journal, where I write down the title, the author, the genre. I put a rating out of 10, which usually results in like over 10s for ones that I really like. I'll put the page count roughly, and when I started and finished the book, as well as description of the book. And then I also had trigger warning because I tend to read books that are pretty triggering for me, and so I have to remind myself that if I want to reread it, it's going to be a pretty intense topic to get into. So yeah, I write a pretty intense book synopsis in my journal every time I finish a book, and I started it last year, and I ended up finishing, I think, 60 books last year. My goal was 50, and then because I did finish 60, I put the goal for this year at 75, which was a little bit ambitious. If I had kept up with last year's reading schedule, it would have been fine. But last year I also did not have as many jobs going on as I do now. I was not living in this apartment, and I didn't have a puppy. So that changed. So the 75 goal has been pretty insane to do. But we're almost there. And it's definitely still obtainable with how many books I still have at home. I won't have to go to the library as much this year for finishing it. But it's not something that'll be very easy, so I have to focus on that some too. It takes me usually one day to focus on finishing a book, unless I'm in a very intense reading mood, and then I'll finish more than one book in a day usually. Over the weekend I ended up finishing 2 400-page books because it was a series I was really intensely focused on. But I also was having sleep issues, so I had a lot of time to stay up and read. There's not many times where I just get natural free time to read, so I have to create it for myself, which is what I struggle with this year. Since now, my natural free time, I'm like, oh, I can stream, or I can write something, or work on my book, or play with the dog or something, instead of being like, oh, I can read, which was my default for last year since most things were shut down and I was on my own a lot more often. But yeah, we'll have to dedicate some time to that this year, the rest of the year, and finish that off. Now I'm this close, I am very determined to actually get that done. Also, I just realized we're at level 46. We're gonna have to do some enchanting in a second, because that's a lot of levels, and I really don't want to die with them. And we have some diamond things we can enchant too. Die. That's an enchanted bow. I don't know what it's enchanted with because they died. There we go. We got quite a few good kills there and some good items. We'll have to throw some extra bows into the abyss again, I'm sure. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head at all times. That is a 3 Days Grace song that I've actually been listening to pretty often. That it reminds me of when I say Into the Abyss. And now it's going to be stuck in my head all night. Oh well. I don't need the unbreaking one. I don't need a power one. Since our bow is pretty much maxed out on both of those. Or is maxed out on both of those. All we need on our bow is infinity currently. Alright. Any good mobs that I could kill around here? I will take a chicken. I need a few pigs. Or cows. We really need a cow farm. And a sheep farm, given that we need sheep for the shepherd. And the battery level's low. It lasted almost 2 hours this time. It actually might last to the full 2 hours if I push it longer. So it is improving. This is quite an old controller that we were curious if we used a fast charger on, if it would help kind of jumpstart the battery in it a little better. Since it has been lasting maybe an hour on a full battery. So given that it did last almost 2 hours, I think it is actually working to jumpstart it a little with a fast charger. So that's nice, so we don't have to buy a new one. Although we will get new ones soon, but PlayStation 4 controllers are not cheap. So it'll be a minute until we can get new ones. Because they're what, like $60 I think, at least, for just plain ones. And $60 could get us a lot of other things that we need. $60 is pretty much a week's worth of food, so it's weird to have to think in perspective like that. But that's what happens when you're low income. Same thing with PlayStation Plus. I want to get PlayStation Plus to play with friends, but it is $60 or $70 for a year, which is cheaper than monthly by a lot. But still $60 or $70 that I usually have to save for other things and can't really afford to spend. Right now we're saving for another couch, and I'm saving for getting my vehicle ready for the winter. And we also have to save for some clothes, because both of us need new clothes. Kinds of stuff. Way too much. Gotta love being 20. Not old enough to drink, but old enough to, well, not old enough to legally drink, but old enough to have to deal with all the damn adult responsibilities. On, like, Mega Drive. I still don't comprehend the concept of why we can send people to war, but they can't drink or smoke until 3 more years. That's our priorities for you. You can handle a gun and kill people, but you can't, you know, drink. Fine. I'm not saying I particularly have an interest in drinking or smoking, but it's one of the hypocrisies that doesn't make sense to me very much. I guess that's also another concept. That's why gender doesn't make sense to me. Because everything that people gender is just physical items. I don't know why they have genders attached to them. Makeup is literally just chemicals. Why does it matter whose face it gets put on? And same thing with nail polish and clothing and all. It's all literal, like, fabric and items that really don't have any gender. So why does it matter what item someone puts on for the day? And if anything, I think in the concept of that debate, I think if anything, thing, like wearing nail polish and makeup and things like that as a man doesn't actually make you more fragile. It makes you a lot stronger in your masculinity, because it means you're really confident in yourself and in who you are as a person, masculine or feminine. And you could care less what other people think. And you have a strong enough sense of self to know, hey, I like this and I want to wear it. A lot of people don't feel that way about themselves, so who the heck cares? Of interesting experience, given that I did identify as trans masculine, trans male for over 2 years, at least 3 years. And now I'm in some weird half detransitioned mess of an existence where I don't exactly know where I am, so that's why we're kind of in the non-binary scale. But being in that identity, a lot of different perspective a lot of people wouldn't normally have, and also a lot of inward thinking and things like that that a lot of people don't have to think about. A lot of people are so heavily focused on like passing and existing in a certain way, and I get that. Like, a lot of people really like to live in the binary, but it's weird when you're not someone that wants to live in the binary and you're trying to figure out how to navigate that. Because even as a trans mass person, even as a trans male, I still very much so liked makeup and very much so liked a lot of feminine things that a lot of people, especially people that are trans masculine, would avoid, because, especially in my area, because of how close-minded people are, and the whole concept of, like, a lot of people around here would be like, oh, you're not trans, the second that you do anything that doesn't specifically line up with the binary. So it's all a huge mess. Do I know why I'm rambling today? No, but it'll be interesting for a VOD, I guess. Put all this away. We need the rest of our rotten flesh. We have at least a stack. My brain gets on pretty quick tangents that don't last too long, but they're fun to think while they last. It gives quite a bit of not so fun but interesting perspective to live in a very conservative and closed-minded area and be someone that doesn't really identify in anything that makes sense to them. It was not fun growing up, but being an adult where I could care less what people think or treat me as, it's a little more fun to like learn about how people respond to different things in society and things like that. Because it's more of a learning thing than actually detrimentally affecting my mental and physical well-being. Let's fish for a while. Actually, let's do some enchanting first, and then we'll fish for a while. We have a lot of diamond stuff we can enchant. And we can probably make some books to enchant as well. Where's the rest of our paper? Yeah, we can make some books to enchant as well. In case we don't have good regular enchants. And we should have... we can disenchant one of these iron axes to enchant. We can check if there's any decent hoe enchants when there normally isn't anyways, but just in case. And we can check if there's any decent bow enchants. I usually make sure I have one of like everything that I could enchant on me so that I can test and see what I could make with it, or what I could get with it, and then figure out what's the best option. That way I have boots, helmet, pants, chest plate, sword, axe, pickaxe, shovel, hoe, and bow, and book. We don't need a better fishing rod because I doubt we'll get mending on a fishing rod off of us. Unbreaking 3 or fortune, flame. Okay, so the book one isn't that good. Fire aspect 2 I really wouldn't need that bad. Prop 3 is decent. We already looked at books. Unbreaking I don't need. Prot 3, Feather Falling 2 as options. Unbreaking Fortune Efficiency as options. Unbreaking Fortune Efficiency. Prot 3. It might be worth taking a Feather Falling 2 on the Diamond Boots, honestly. Feather Falling and Blast Prot. Not the best, honestly. I really don't like that. I guess I can take a Prot 3 on something. Unless there's a particularly good enchant of a sword. Unbreaking 3. Respiration Book would actually be extremely useful. We do need Silk Touch on something at some point. I just don't like wasting levels to make it. Let's actually take the Respiration too. Now what? Bane of Arthropods, no thanks. Breaking Fortune. Prot 4. Sharp 4. Oh geez, that's gonna be a matter of choosing which one is preferred. Oh, the boot's already enchanted. I'll have to take another. I'll have to make a pair of iron boots to check for boot enchants in case there's a better one. Let's sleep. Alright. Check for boot enchants. Nothing useful that much. Nothing useful that much. Nothing that useful. Okay, I think it's gonna have to be between Prot 4 and Sharp 4. But would it be Prot 4 on a diamond chestplate is the problem? Or would it just be, oh, it would be Prot 4 on diamond as well. So I think we'll make a diamond chestplate because the diamond chestplate with Prot 4 is gonna be a really good asset to have. A lot better than a Sharp 4 right now. It's plain Prot 4, which does suck. That is a bit of a loss. But it's not the worst loss. Oh, Respiration 3 is the max? I thought Respiration 2 was the max, so that Respiration was kind of a waste. Interesting. It's not giving me good enchants for a tool. Thorns or Aqua Affinity? I think Thorns. We'll take Thorns on leggings. Thorns 2 and Breaking 3. I will take it. No Bane of Arthropods. I am all set. Really don't need Blast Prot 4. I don't need Proj Pot 4 either. Power 4 might be useful if it gives me other enchants with it. And Breaking 3 is sort of useful. Breaking 3 is sort of useful. Feather Falling 4 is pretty useful. Feather Falling 4 is pretty useful. I might take that. I might disenchant these boots and take that. Because we only have Feather Falling 2 and Blast Prot. Let's do it that way. And Proj Prot, though. I mean, I guess it's useful in some things, I just don't particularly like having it. Sharp 4 on an axe, I really don't bother. I don't use axes enough to need a enchant for them. I might honestly re-roll that Feather Falling 4 if we have the chance to. Nothing else looks that needed. Yeah, screw it. We'll re-roll that Feather Falling 4. Prot 4, that's much better. Do we dare roll an Unbreaking? and see what happens. I might even take fortune on the hoe, to be honest. That would be useful for getting more for trading with, villagers. Fortune 3 on a pickaxe, but we already have a fortune pickaxe. And prot 3 isn't the best option there is. Yeah, I'll take the fortune on the hoe. It's a bit of a dumb enchant. Oh, fortune on breaking efficiency. I will take that. It's a bit of a dumb enchant for hoe, but it is going to be helpful in getting more levels in the long run because of the fact that it'll give us more options for trades. So that's where I'm thinking it's a decent trade-off. So we got some okay okay options and some okay improvements to things. Not the best I've seen, but definitely not the worst by far. We will take that. That is progress. Progress over perfection. Let's do some fishing and then we'll go trade with the villagers to get these things leveled up some more. We definitely need to get a lectern in there and get a mending book going. I just really don't want to do the endless breaking and replacing to get it. I do have to get off fairly soon. I'd like to get one more decent round of trading in with the villagers. This is an improvement. Alright. I pushed it to the 2-hour mark and then forgot that it told me that it was dying. Whoopsies. This is an improvement thinking in what I was saying is this is an improvement thinking in matters of medication-wise. As far as like watching my own streams back and remembering how my other streams were, it was definitely not easy for me to keep up in being consistently interesting and consistently talking about things, which is what I wanted to do, but I really wasn't able to. So I'm definitely a lot better at that with the meds, but that's because my brain's running pretty fast all the time. The brain fog is lifted really heavily, but that's pretty easily associated with the fact that they put me on a stimulant, so it'll find balance in time. Bone. We fished a bone. I have too many bones, I don't need another one. I honestly could waste a ton of bone meal just bone mealing up all the farm and using that fortune hoe on it and get some good trades with the villagers done. I really need a villager that trades for carrots, but I don't know if that's possible. I'd think that's possible, but it seems like it doesn't want to let me do that. Hopefully those villagers don't breed anymore or breed past their capacity, because we have them breeding like a lot. We gave them over a stack of bread, which was a big mistake. But in my defense, I didn't know that they had to be close enough to breed. I thought they were just not breeding because they didn't have enough bread, so I just kept giving them more, which was a big mistake, because now they just breed all the time. This will give us some good trades with the fisherman. The fisherman's our other cured villager, so he has really cheap trades. What am I doing, puppy dog? We'll probably fish until we get to level 28, I think. That way I'm not fishing for ages. But I fish enough to make some progress and get some items to trade. We've got multiple enchanted bows. I wonder if either of them will have infinity. That's pretty rare, though. That's how we got our good bow, was combining bows that we fished. But I'm not sure if any of them will have infinity, because that's really rare of a fish. We need more name tags, which isn't that rare. We tend to not get them very often, though. We need ridiculous amounts of name tags to cover the amount of pets that we're going to name in this world. We have to name all of our horses, which is like 15 horses. And then we haven't even started taming any cats or dogs. That's when we hit 25 followers. And I'm not going to have just one cat or dog. I will collect plenty of the creatures that look cool of the cat patterns. And at least 2 dogs. And that'll all need names. And then eventually we'll find axolotls, which will need names. I definitely need axolotls in my life. I love finding axolotls. And then maybe we'll find frogs, although I don't know where frogs are or how that works. That's new. I only discovered those in my creative world. And I didn't find them. I found the spawn egg and I was excited. I said I'd fish to level 28 and I'm past level 28. I just get addicted to the constant in and out and habit of this. It's calming. Just the same pattern over and over again. Same thing with everything I'm doing today though. Villager trades and all that stuff. The dog is slowly getting antsy because she knows it's about time for her. It's been about time for her for a little bit to be able to go out. Her routine is she goes out at 12, well she goes out at 5 something in the morning, around 12, and then around 3 p.m. right now. I need to stop fishing. Ooh, another saddle. We have plenty of saddles now. We almost have enough for one for each horse. That's a drowned. We're gonna run. It sucks that the fortune on that hoe won't work for the wheat though. We'll have to mine a lot of wheat to get more wheat. I wish you could sort your inventory while you were in the bed, but I understand why you can't, because Power 4 Mending, Unbreaking Flame Mending, Power 4, that's the same ones that I have, but I'll keep them. We didn't get any more name tags, but we did get some more fish. So, slightly useful. I really wish we could trade off bones. We have too many bones. Way too many bones. We could trade off some of our wool. And we can trade off some of our string since we have over a stack. And we don't use string often enough to need it that bad. And we can probably make, I was gonna say we can probably make more sticks, but we actually don't have much wood to be able to do that. And then let's take our enchanted hoe and some bone meal and get some crops to trade with. We can't do much about the wheat, but we'll still bone meal it anyways. We have way too many bones to bother worrying about some wasted bone meal. Honestly, I'll probably make enough stacks I can just use a stack per garden bed. That sounds like a good plan. Let's go make some more stacks. Who cares? We have plenty anyways. I'll make 3 stacks because I can. I'm also going to shear the sheep, also because I can. And we need to put our fishing rod away in case we trade that off or drop it. Alright, I don't think we need to use the hoe because it doesn't matter whether we use the hoe or not, we get the same amount of wheat. So let's just destroy the wheat normally. It should still give us quite a bit even though it's not all fully grown. Alright, now let's do carrots. There's so many bone meal to use. There we go. And we should, yeah, we get more with fortune from this. This is going to be an insane amount of carrots that we will not even be able to trade. But when we can trade them, let me tell you, we will have plenty. Considering the amount of lag it's causing, yeah, we'll have plenty. No, I don't need to eat the carrots. Please just let me plant them. I need to eat so it stops trying to make me eat everything. Yeah, that was way too many carrots. We are going to have a full inventory before we even finish this. Especially given we have to take these. I could probably actually use fortune on those as well, I didn't think of it. Hey Lulu, what are you doing, kitty? You've been wandering around mowing all day. I know, you're in heat, you can't help it. I know. You can't help it. I don't mind. Why is my inventory... It's like one of my buttons is sticking or something. I don't know which button is sticking, but something's sticking. Because it's making me drop things. I think it's my X button. Oh no, it's my touchpad. Yeah, it's my touchpad. The touchpad on this is really messed up. Oh, Lulu, you're falling, honey bun. And you took my cord with you. Lulu, you silly kitty. Careful. I might have more than my inventory can fit of potatoes, but that's okay. We do have a villager, we can definitely trade these potatoes to. So that helps. No. Okay, we have too much stuff. We can kind of just toss the extra seeds, though. We don't really need seeds. That should let us pick up the rest of the potatoes, hopefully. Yeah. We can take the rest of these. Can we get fortune on this? I think maybe? I don't know. I don't know how fortune works. I don't think it works on melons. Leave the cat alone, Nixie. She's allowed to be here as much as you're allowed to be here. Okay. Let's go. Hi, puppy dog. I see you. I know. I know you want attention. I'm right here. Pick up the torch we dropped. Put away the carrots since we can't trade those. And then we'll take our pumpkins and melons. And wheat. And potatoes. Alright. It's getting a little too close to nighttime. We're gonna have to go sleep before we can trade with the villagers since they won't trade right now. We also need our emeralds. That's what I was thinking. Just trying to figure out what I was thinking. Nixie, no. You don't need to bite the cat just because she's laying near me. You can get love too. Come here, kitty. Come here, puppy. Come here. You want attention, puppy dog? Puppy dog. A pretty puppy. What you doing? She's particularly grumpy today. Oh, puppy dog. You're just a grumpy girl. Come here, babies. Come here. Oh, you want loves? You want loves? Yeah, there you are. Hi, puppy. Let's give him some potatoes. We have way too many. Let's give him some of our wheat and pumpkins and melons. I was gonna say, all of these trades should get us back up to level 30, and then, as I was about to say, it happened. Where is our butcher? He should be in here where his table is, but, oh, he is. I was gonna say, he usually isn't. But he was, for once. Alright. What else do we need today? The fisherman. He's right here. I was gonna say, you should be around here somewhere. Oh, I don't need cooked cod. That's not what I meant to do. I instinctively did whatever one said cod. I forgot that's the one where it gives you cooked cod. That's okay though. Good thing I didn't fully mash the button before I realized my mistake. Now, where's someone that'll trade for string? These guys are trying to get to their job tables because they see them up here. I don't think we need another weapon. We shouldn't need more leggings right now. We might need to trade to him to level him up. I don't think we need this guy right now. I think we can just trade the string to the fisherman, to be honest. We need more paper for him. I think we can just give the fisherman our string. I'm fine with that. He already ran off though. Where'd he go? That's my butcher. Did he come into his workstation? He did. Alright, what else do we have that we were gonna trade? More melons, but we can't trade them to this one right now. And that's our best option. What about this one? Will this one take melons yet? Not quite. I don't have enough pumpkins to level them up. I guess I could trade for some bread, but that'd be a waste of time because it wouldn't really level them up much. I could trade for some apples. There we go. Now he'll take some melons. Now we have to find extra places for job blocks because we have a lot of villagers wandering around without jobs. Someone's barking outside. Good thing Nixie's not out yet. Oh shush, puppy dog. You're fine in here. You know it. Oh, I know. It's so stressful being a puppy. I think that's where we'll pause for today. I gotta take care of everything that's left in my inventory, but then we'll go off for today. Let's get rid of all the food that we don't need. Let's get rid of the extra string we didn't need. Let's get rid of the bone meal. Let's get rid of the wool. Let's consolidate our emeralds to blocks. We about doubled our emeralds, which is really good. Oh, Nixie, leave it. Nixie, quit being a grumpy butt. Quit it. No. No. No grumpy button. No. Shh. What did I say? No roars. I hear you. Hey, no roars. You are okay. You're fine. Alright, we got back up above level 30, which is good progress. We can probably do a bunch more of leveling and things next time. And some... Hey! And some enchanting and stuff like that. And we'll have to go mining again pretty soon since we are using some supplies to trade with these guys. We'll have to also go get some wood. So yeah, we'll have plenty of stuff to do next time. Whether that will be a Tuesday stream or not, I don't know. If I'm not on tomorrow, I will definitely be on Wednesday. So I will see you guys either tomorrow or Wednesday. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And thank you for tuning in. Bye.